Hello there. I'm back. Wallets out, wallets out. How you doing, Virgo? What's up, Archangel of Death? Virgo and Zodi. How are you doing, my guys? All right, let's see. Let me throw my beautiful face on the screen. Here we go. Hello there. There's Ermagerd. How you guys doing? We're playing some Raid. Let me throw up the screen. Yeah, I'm better. Oh my God. You know what's weird is I went offline and I played my Crucible. I played my Crucible and I blew it out of the water. Which is interesting. How much I feel like maybe I play better offline. You know what I mean? I just like, okay. I have no idea. Nah helped me out a little bit with some save squads. So I gotta play a lot. I need to play a lot of. Well, frankly, I need to play a lot of Live Arena. How much time do I have left? And also, I need to finish this Gear Hunters. I got 8 hours left. Oh, right there. Well, we're close. We're close. That won't take too long, I don't think. Oh my God. You know, I don't know. Yeah, my headset's still working. You just gotta laugh, right? How's it going? River Galaxy here. Good to see you again. How's it going, Eden? Yeah, I don't know, man. How many times did I fail that node? 3 times? At a cost of 700? I think the whole thing cost me like 1,000 power cores. Like 1,000 power cores, which is wild, right? Fuck. Yeah, that was a meltdown, man. Oh, I feel better now, though. I just want to make sure I've got everything upgraded on the main ones I use. Mavara. What else do I use? Carnage? Something's going on, man. I've just been stressed out. Trying to find something to upgrade. Come on. All right, we're upgrading that. Crash outs are valid if you're not a robot. I know, man. It was a crash out. The problem is a lot of this stuff happens when you're alive. That's not fun. Virgo's coming through with Twitch Prime for 7 months. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I had to crash out. It's... I can't believe it. Must be a bit pissed off than pissed on. I suppose. I like to think that I'm in better control of my emotions, but that pissed me off, man. Simon Swords, yeah. Philosopher is still retired from Marvel Strike Force, yeah. 1000%. All right, let's do this real quick. Where's the headset throw? I don't know. Oh shit, Sexy Beast, you missed it. It was I'm not going to talk about most of our conversation from this morning, but between that and I was trying to sim the new Trepidation raid and it failed like 3 times on the Hellfire Club. I lost my shit. I threw my headphones and rage quit. Ended the stream. I don't know if it got clipped or not. If it got clipped, let me know. I actually wouldn't mind seeing it. Oh, I don't know. I definitely was streaming though. I didn't delete it. This is the wrong team here. It was both. It was on all of them, actually. Not on this channel, though. Yeah, it was a crash out. Oh, man. Am I going to get through this or not? This is the wrong team. I pissed some people off, said that I don't use Marius. I just don't. Come on, did you get this through this? Was this Twitch channel? Yeah. All right. I need to use my other one. That's the wrong team. I was doing that for a... what was I doing that team for? I was doing that team for... a quest. The Forge Pass quest. Use the new raid code. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. That's such a good code. $20 minutes, 21 minutes long. I'll have to I'll pull it up. Fuck me, I'll pull it up. A 21-minute long stream. Right here. Here it comes. No, I didn't do anything. What the hell? Holy shit. This is going to make me lose my mind. This will make me lose my mind. Here it comes. Here it comes. Is there a different fucking team? Holy shit! Oh, I did it 4 times. Holy hell. I don't want to play this. Four times. Holy shit. I actually have a little bit. Yeah, 4 times. Holy moly. Holy hell. 4 times. Yeah, it's great. 4 times. Wow. Well, no wonder I rage quit. I thought it was 3 times. Actually, I held my composure for 3 of them. The 4th one is where I lost it. Yeah. I cannot upgrade them anymore. Like, other than taking them to gear tier 21. They're at gear tier 20, 110, purple 4. Like, I'm not taking them to purple 5. I'm not taking gear tier 21. I can't take them any. I cannot take them higher than that. Oh my god. Oh my god, we've got this is kind of bonkers though with come on, change forms, Theodosia. If Theodosia dies, we got a problem, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Predator can win this, right? Predator's invincible, right? Oh my god, this is bonkers. I mean, I could win this, but still, this is kind of annoying. Poor headset. Oh boy. Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah, there was no coming back. And also our conversation before that. So I was pretty much I was kind of annoyed because of the situation that happened before I started streaming where and then that just added it was just like, "Oh my god. I need to restart my day." So I went and I actually ended up playing my Crucible. I played really well. I changed my ISOs around on Hellfire. Um, Na was helpful. Steven was helpful. Then I went to lunch. I went and got lunch by myself, which was fine. And then I came back and took a nap. And then I had played with Charlie, had dinner, and now I'm streaming. I just needed to reset my day. Yeah, I don't want to break these headphones too. They've gone up in price, like everything. Yeah, I know. I just bought these headphones in white for Cat, and I think they had gone up in price. I've technically owned two pairs of these and then Cat, so a total of three. And I don't know how much I think they're 180 bucks now. If I remember correctly. I know they used to be 150, but I'm pretty sure they're now 180. What you hear in the headphones, I hear my own voice, I hear this. All of it's mixed real time. I probably don't need them, but I definitely hear real time what exactly you hear. So if my audio's out, I should be able to hear it. Yeah, it's real time can control the audio levels of everything. But I technically probably don't need it unless I'm doing like an interview or a voice chat, like a collab or something. I probably don't need it. Yeah, I think they are. What are these? Let's see. These are Amazon. I think that's how much they are. I mean, they're studio. Let's see. Audio Technica. Yeah, it's these ones right here. 160. Yeah, they're professional studio monitor headphones. I don't know why I have them. I think I bought them because I watched a video with Marquez Brownlee or something. Well, it's not that it's a write off. It's just that also some things, like processors and things like that, technology like goes past it pretty quickly. I don't think that headphones technology advances. Like these headphones are just as good as they were 10 years ago or 15 years ago or 20 years ago. Same thing with this microphone. This microphone came out in 1969 or 1970 or something. I'm pretty sure these headphones did too. Oh, they were released in February of 2007, so they're 20-year-old headphones. Yeah, they're 20-year-old. These are 20-year-old headphones. So I'm a little stingier on items that I feel like have like power creep. That makes any sense. Hello, bruh. Yeah. I did make a video about the Makira moves. Orion, yeah, roster review. Send me, join my Discord server. I'll put the link right there. On the Discord server, and then you can't add me as a friend. I have to add you. So if you tag me at Mobile Gamer on that Discord server, I'll be able to find you, and then we'll do first come, first serve. But yeah, we're doing roster reviews tonight. Thrifty on all purchases, yeah. It depends. I noticed that I'm pretty frugal on a lot of things, but then some things I'm just not. Oh, let's do Grim Forest while that's running in the background. Well, also, I think you understand. So I do have kind of like a teacher mentality in that, well, you understand that I'm self-employed, and so I get hit with my taxes. I don't really do my quarterlies correctly. I'm one of those nightmare customers of yours. So I have to save. I really do have to save. Because I can get hit pretty hard late. No, just hit. No. No, just in the drop zone. You can still tag me there. I think you can right in that drop zone, right where it says welcome. I think you can tag me in that room right there. Exactly. Yeah. Taxes theft. I think, like all things, I'm okay with other people paying taxes, but as far as me, I don't want to pay them. Now, taxes are necessary. It's funny. It's like even in biblical times, they didn't they put like I don't remember. I'm not religious or anything like that. I'm not, just not. But in the Bible, didn't it was like Jesus is even friends with the whores and the tax collectors. Like they use like tax collectors and like prostitution in the same sentence as being on the same level of people. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's what I remember. It's like, tax collectors. Okay. I love the rabbit. Yeah, rabbit's great for Fire Night. Yeah, sexy beast. I don't. I've got my count. I've been able to get my taxes down lower through an S corp and writing off things and. I don't know. I have to go back and look what mine was. I don't know. Let's see. Rare speed accuracy. That's a good one. Yeah, Ryan. Were we already friends on Discord? We'll do yours first if we already friends. There were some people I missed the other day. Absolutely. Ryson John. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. If we're already friends on Discord, ping me real quick. All right. Here we go. Lanky boy, who's that? Are you Odinson, Orion? Odinson? All right, brah. Okay. All right, I'll add you. So it's Ryan. Ryson, I'll do yours first. Ping me if I've not done one for you before. I'll do yours first. But you got to ping me on Discord. I won't be able to find you otherwise. Fly high guy. All right. All right, we're going to do fly high guy first. I've missed you several times. Okay. Let me log out of this. What is going on? Oh, is this running in the background? You got Thor the first try? Darth, oh wow, congratulations. I still haven't made that account. I have a business trip next week. I don't know if I want to be starting a new account right before a trip. I probably barely have time to play my own account. All right, let's load up let's see, phone link. No, that's not what I want. Oh, hi. Hi. That's not what I wanted, though. Let's see here. Raid phone link. Yeah, we'll do Fly High Guy first. All right, so this is my tablet. All right, let me load up Fly High Guy. All right, what I want to do, let me set up my app. Let's just see. I got to finish off. I got to finish off that. Okay, so we got that. Okay, now let's pull up his account now that we've got that running in the background. All right, here we go. I'm going in, Ryson. All right, RJ67 main. This is a 5 1.49 million account. He started playing it in 2021. Let's see if we, let's do a couple things. Let's do this, PP500. Some people don't play on a PC and don't have that code. You've already got it. All right, first thing we're going to check, because whenever I see $12.99 energy and, let's see what we got over here. You know, you can collect these, right? Some of this stuff doesn't matter, like the silver and stuff. There's some stuff there's no downside to collecting, right? Like that. There's no reason to not collect it. Maybe you don't want to collect those. Yeah, there's no downside to collecting these. Yeah, it might be. We'll find out. All right, so first thing I'm going to check is activity levels. Why activity levels? Because I'm going to show my account, and there's a lot of different ways of measuring activity levels, but I'm going to pull up my account, and I'm about as sweaty people get, I think. There's people probably more sweaty than me. But one of the ways of measuring activity levels is how many classic arena battles have I played this week? And you could go check your account right now, type it into chat, and tell me how many of you've done. Well, I've got 215 wins, 14 losses. I'm not so much looking at the ratio or anything like that. Well, there's over 200, right? So let's take a look at this account here. 183, big thumbs up. This guy plays the game. All right, fantastic. This is an active player that plays in Gold 5. You've kind of won Classic Arena when you can go and comfortably stay in Arena. This is a little, I don't know what this number should be at. I don't know if 76 is bad or good. Mine usually floats in the 90s. I think Cats does also. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's just take a quick look. This might be something that we could fix, though, right? Why not Ezio? What the hell is going on here? What's going on here? You have Ezio. You got Elva. You've got Deacon Armstrong. You've got Deacon Armstrong. You'd never want to use War Maiden over Deacon Armstrong. I don't understand what's going on here. All right, well, we're going to change it up. See who goes first. Arbiter, good. This guy fucked us up. All right, let's keep going. This guy right here, whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, it's definitely Hepperfrath with Sun Wukong. Oh my god. Well, he may not have his Sun Wukong set up. Yeah, I don't think he has Sun Wukong set up correctly. All right, well, I'm going to change his team back. That's something to look at. Something's off. We could put back what he had. You know, his team is saved right there, or that was one of them, right? That wasn't the team you had. It was this team. Okay. All right, let's first look at Arbiter. Arbiter is 328. That's actually pretty good. For some reason, I thought it would be lower. Let's see what the top speed on this account is. Just curious. We can check that real quick. The top speed on this account is 358. So this account can go 30 speed faster if you want to. If you're gonna run Arbiter, you want Arbiter to be your fastest in your roster. Elva is your fastest champ. I was gonna say, why not run Elva in Arena? Elva at 338, that's great. Why not run Elva in Arena? She's great. The Gestel Optimizer is great. I think it's polished. I think everybody should use it. I'm kind of stuck with it. It's like, to me, it's kind of like Android and iPhone. Yeah, I like my iPhone. It's kind of like Windows versus Mac. I like Windows. You know, it's just, yeah, maybe if I started off with Mac a million years ago, I would like Mac better. Maybe if I started off with Android a million years ago, I would have liked that better. So it's just more out of me being unwilling to like figure out how to play with it. All right, well, this is good. All right, so your gearing is actually not awful. You have a fundamental to gear idea. Let's see where you are on. When did you acquire this account, or when did you start playing this daily? On and off, yeah. Um, I do think that this number can be higher than where it is right now. Um, you've got some great champions that would do very well. Let's do this real quick. You've got some great champions that should just actually kick ass in arena. Ezio, bonkers good. Arbiter, bonkers good. Sun Wukong, bonkers good. Now, you're running, what's her face? War Maiden. There's really no reason to run War Maiden when you have Deacon Armstrong. Deacon Armstrong's going to essentially do something very similar, and he's night and day better. Although you don't want to use Deacon Armstrong up into Marius matches. So, like, you don't want to go up against Marius because this ability right here actually kind of messes with you when you play against Marius because it decreases the turn meter of Marius, and Marius will get a free basic attack on you. But the decreased defense across the team, which is, I'm guessing, the reason why you're using War Maiden, essentially does the same thing. But you're getting a turn meter advantage and this all at the same time. So, like, there's no reason that to use War Maiden. Use Deacon Armstrong if you're set on having a defense down and then exploding them with whoever, Sun Wukong or Ezio. Yeah, it's a really simple thing. Also, your gear looks pretty good. So where your account is, so your gear, like the fundamentals of, yeah, you speed boots, yeah, you have attack, yeah, you have crit rate, cool. You've got, I'm guessing you have crit damage, okay, cool. So, like, there's nothing wrong with this. And so, there's been a bunch of videos that I've made recently where people are sitting not only on gabillions of glyphs, and you are, right? Glyphs is one part of, like, getting the rest of your stats on your account. The other part is going to be ascending gear. Ascending gear is going to be such a big part. Now, I feel like I've made this video like 6 times in the last week. But ascending gear, you know, is going to be super important. Let's pull up, like you said, your Elva, right? Elva sounds like is who you got your best gear on. All right. So, yeah, 45 and 12. That's huge. It's huge, right? 45 and 12. How many of this type of boot do you have? So I was talking to Kat about this the other night, and she says she has about 15. I went and looked at my account. I have about 60. But I'm going to say that on 90% of your characters, maybe higher than 90%, you want a 45 and 12 speed boot. And as you can see here, the rarity on it doesn't even matter that much. Yeah, of course, mythical's better than legendary and so on, but you can actually get away with rare boots. Like, this is an excellent piece of equipment, right? The thing is you need about, let's say Grim Forest, right? Let's just say Grim Forest as a number of characters. 35 of your Grim Forest characters out of the 40 probably should have a speed 45 and 12. I mean, I'm just making up numbers. But you need like 20 of them. So let's see how many you have, right? And I'll get to the point of what I'm trying to say here. We're going to click equipped. We're going to look at the primary stat being speed. And we're talking about the 6s, not anything other than the 6s. And we're going to get rid of the hide the set filters. All right. And then we're going to sort for speed. That way we can see if you've ascended them or not. Okay. All right, so Arbiter's got one. I'm going to switch to the other side. Arbiter's got a 45 and 12, 45 and 12. All right, so it looks like you've got 2. So the challenge on this is, I think there's 2 ways of getting access to dust, and both of them are a pain in the ass. The primary way of farming dust is going to be Sand Devil 25, which is going to be a challenge to do. It's actually kind of hard. And that's why I was asking you about how long you've been playing this account, for real. And the breakthrough typically is Empress. You're 33 out of 100. Typically to go from 0 to 100 while being diligent and playing Chimera and playing an alliance, and you looks like you've got an alliance that's participating in this. But there's just a participation approach to this. It's kind of random, like Clan Boss. You really don't get to choose how much you get, but you got to just play in it. It's just like never let these keys expire. Always get double chest on whatever difficulty you actually can approach. I think you can do hard. I think I saw that you could do hard, and you had a top score of 29 million in hard. So that means you can do hard and normal. Okay, well, you just got to do it. And it's going to take 9 months to go from 0 to 100, let's say. And you're at 33, so it's going to take another 6 months. Okay, so what do we do in the meantime? 6 months is forever, right? Because that's going to be a solution to one key Sand Devil. Why are you doing that? Trader Joe's. Okay. She's shopping. Sand Devil, where are you at? Oof, yeah, we got to figure out how to get through this better. Do you have Godseeker? Let's see if you have Godseeker. This is what's going to benefit your account the most out of everything. And you don't have Godseeker. You might be shit out of luck, my guy. You know what's funny is I've been doing all these roster reviews in the last week, and the number of accounts that I've done roster reviews on where it was like they had every character possible and their gear was bad. You might be the first one where it's like, shit, dude, you just don't have a team. Cheshire Cat can solo Sand Devil? Is that true? How the hell do you do that? Is that true? Cheshire Cat can solo Oh, so Cheshire Cat. So this is something I did not know. And I have no insight to it whatsoever. But I'm going to point you in the right direction. Let's see if there's a YouTube video about this made by somebody else. I had no idea. I did not know this. Holy fuck. Can you just go to YouTube? Shit. Bronco. What kind of stats, though? 298. Yeah, I did not know this. I did not know this. Must watch Cheshire Cat 1 year ago. Can solo Sand Devil. All right, so Bronco Raid Shadow Legends, who's been here in chat before. Bronco is kind of like the theory crafter. Like, he figures shit out. Like, he figured out how to break Maria, and they actually nerfed Maria before she came out because of Bronco. He's the guy that's coming up with all these Titus, like really exotic Titus Wixwell teams. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. He gets shit done. Let's see. Sand Devil. Let's see what he does here. It's just he's got in-game gear. 263. Yeah, he's great. Anyways, I'm hyper curious if I should make a video about this because I did not know that Cheshire Cat could solo Sand Devil. Where's the Sand Devil footage? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where's the Sand Devil footage? Do you actually have Sand Devil footage?
Just by living amazing. But now, let's talk about why I think he is so great. First of all, he gives himself increased attack and he's based about attack and speed. Speed is one of the most necessary things these days. For example, like Chimera. You also saw the damage. The multipliers are there. But he gives himself a perfect...
Alright, my guy.
And also his A1 gives him perfect veil that will transform his A1 into an AoE. And I'm telling you right now, he's probably one of the best damage dealers in an AoE A1 fashion. And also he can increase his speed by 10% right here. And also, before he's getting killed, he gets a block damage and a perfect veil.
Okay. We're not going to go any further than that.
Let's see if that cat can actually...
Okay. So that's what I would look into first is on this account right here. Yeah, maybe I would look into Cheshire Cat. Yeah, learn something new every day, right? Let me grab a drink real quick. Okay. Well, thank you, Night Flyer. You've been coming through. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work without a blessings. I'm not sure. Also, Ryson, if you get that to work, will you please let me know? I mean, obviously, we're not going to be able to get it to work today. You're probably not going to be able to get it to work even a week from now, but at some point you might. You know what I mean? Please, please, please follow up with me if you get it to work. Yeah. Also, I think this is a champion you need to use. Let's do this real quick. What's up, Herb? Hello. Hello, T-Dats. Did you see my crash out today? My 22-minute Rage out, Marvel Strike Force stream, I crashed out. Holy hell. I don't think I've ever had one like that before. Yeah, hang on, we're gonna get to that. So if you're not using these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, those are 15 champions you should be on the lookout for. Oh yeah, I had 4. All right, let's keep looking. Yeah, but this is going to be the biggest area of improvement, is going to be ascending and glyphing your gear. Ascending and glyphing your gear is where most of the stats are going to come from. Also, I don't know what you're doing with her. I mean, I understand that she has a 6, but I don't know. Oh, what's this? You got one Wanda submission? You got him over here? Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. This should be on an arena champion. It's too important of a piece of gear. It's just got to be on your arbiter. Whatever. Yeah, that's got to be on your arbiter. Yeah, whatever your fastest, whatever your fastest champion for arena, the wand of submission needs to be on that character. You have one wand of submission now. I'm going to tell you, over time, you're going to get many more. That just takes a while. Let's make sure. Let's see here. I just want to check a couple more things before. Oh no, this is actually top priority right here. Okay, yeah, this is top priority right here. All right. I'm gonna send you a video about the difference of Helmsmaster versus Warmaster, specifically in the context of clan boss. Let's see. I think the title of the video is "This is why you're not one king clan boss." No one key clan box. This is why. Yeah. Conversation today. Now, I've got like 3 roster views tagged. So if you're just joining the stream, I may not get to it tonight. I've already got not only this one here, but 2 more in queue. No, yeah, this is the top priority on this account is going to be Clan Boss. Let's see. I've got an infographic on this too. Let me pull up the infographic. Hmm. Hold on. Wait, beat Iron Twins. Give me a moment to. I've got an infographic on. Uh. All right. Well, okay. We're starting to make a video. Let me clean up all this stuff. Yeah, this account needs to do nothing but try to get a 1 key in Clan Boss. That's the only thing that matters on this account. Like, there's a lot of other stuff to do. But that's where it's gonna be at. This is good. This is good. Get the fuck out of here, Ceci. Cheshire Cat is pretty amazing, by the way. Just wait till Toto comes to the game. Oh, you don't have any cornets. Um, All right. Yeah, again, I've in addition to this one, I have two others already queued. May not get to everybody. I can only do so many. Before I go, enough's enough. But hang out, maybe we will be going. My hope is that the information in these will overlap. Get the fuck out of here. Nightflyer, how's it going? Maybe we will see, the purpose of these roster reviews in general is not to like overly dive into the specifics of a singular account. We will do that. But it's more of providing general information that applies to everyone. Yeah, yep. Like I said, I got two in queue after this one already. Hang out. We'll see how many we can do tonight. Okay, I'm ready to record this one right here. Well, thank you, Nightflyer. Yeah, I'm trying to give general advice rather than narrow specific. Now, I am going to give some narrow specific advice on this account, but it's going to still be pretty general. Ceci. 40 subs. Did you see me crash out today, Ceci? 40 subs. Holy shit. How much is that? Thank you! By the way, fuck you. Oh my god. Did you see my crash out today? I rage quit after 21 minutes in Marvel Strike Force because my raid simp failed 4 times at 250 gems, 250 crystals each failure. Oh, I was pissed. It's roster review time, and we're going to have a fun one today. This is a 5.49 million account that is not One King in Ultra Nightmare. And so we're going to talk about some of the core things to approaching Clan Boss, Demon Lord Clan Boss on Ultra Nightmare. And they're going to talk about the reasons why and some general strategies that are going to hold people back from clearing that 70 million plus damage, so that you get this huge quality of life feature where you can just sim it and get through it real quickly in a day rather than have to play it manually. Oh my God, it takes such a long time. Now, best promo code ever, King Alkabar, Tagor, Fracken, Venomage, and Pelops. Now, there's also something new. When you get to level 5, which takes less than 10 minutes, you're going to get a Pioneer Pass. If you're a spender, you want the Thor one. There's 3 random passes, which is kind of annoying because some people have to restart accounts. But if you're a spender in Raid Shadow Legends and you want to buy a $40 battle pass, you got to get the Thor one. Otherwise, if you're super sweaty free to play, technically you want the Lemonisi one. And the reason for that, Lemonisi, in the free track on Lemonisi, you're going to get Sylvan Watcher accessories, which is going to work amazing with King Dalkabar. This is the best code I've ever started an account on. It's bonkers good. They all synergize with poison. Anyways, let's get into Clan Boss. Why is Clan Boss such a big deal? Clan Boss is going to be like one of the more consistent ways of getting not only legendary books, but sacred shards. And sacred shards need to be treated like a currency so that one can complete fusions. And then as you move along in the game, fusions are what going to absolutely fuel an account. We've had so many over-the-top important fusions in the last year. And if I look at my main account, most of my beloved, most used characters are going to be fusions. And the main bottleneck on completing fusions is going to be sacred shards. And they're not easy. They're very expensive if you want to purchase them. But Clan Boss is where you're going to get it. Now, if you're going to try to attempt Clan Boss, there's a couple things that I want to start off with first. And that is going to be, need to be in Gold 5. I'm going to say that being in Gold 4 and Gold 5 is going to be a requirement to attempt to get into Clan Boss. If you're not in Gold 4 or 5, I would say focus on that first. And the reason for that is that this is where you're going to get an abundance of the materials, specifically when you get into Gold 4. When you get into Gold 4, you're going to be getting a lot of the materials so that you can work on your affinity bonuses, right? And accuracy is generally where you want to start. Also, this champion bonus is right here of HP 22%. This applies to every game mode. This is going to help in Clan Boss. So it's actually going to help anywhere, but 22% attack, defense, HP everywhere. And if you're sitting in Silver 4, you're only getting 12%. So gotta be in comfortably in Gold 5. And if you could sit in Gold 5 comfortably, then you've beat Classic Arena. It's just that simple because the Platinum is just going to be for the top 500 sweatiest players in the game that have all spent billions of dollars on the game. Now, I did take a look, and this is a kind of a narrow, specific suggestion, is that I see that, well, when I loaded in, he was playing this team right here. It's like, Sil, put in your Ezio. We're going to talk about Ezio a lot in this video. And then run Deacon Armstrong. I mean, that's just a very specific thing. But Arbiter, run fast, and then you got, put a Wand of Submission on Arbiter. He has one Wand of Submission in his account. I would definitely put that on Arbiter. He's got Intimidating Presence. That's great. And then I would not use those two, and Sun Wukong is amazing. Now, let's talk about Clan Boss. Because we talked about why Clan Boss is important. And we're going to just quickly look at his Clan Boss team. And generally, it's a 5-man team. I like to approach it with 2 or 3 supports with 2 or 3 damage dealers. You absolutely can do 3 supports, 2 damage dealers. You absolutely can do it with 2 supports, 3 damage dealers. I find that it gets challenging if you do 4 and 1, like only 1 support, 4 damage dealers. But you can go as high as 3 supports. Now, we're going to focus specifically on one champion because there's some key things here on Ezio that are general things that are holding back his progress inside of Demon Lord Clan Boss. Now, I just want to say this about Demon Lord Clan Boss. Today, in 2026, it's largely a brute force event of having a good team comp of characters that perform well in Demon Lord Clan Boss that have enough stats. It's not so much about speed tuning anymore or any of the complicated strategies of 2021. It's mostly brute force. That means min-maxing your gear to be optimal for the character with the correct amounts of accuracy and speed, which this account is doing. He has more than enough accuracy and speed for this to work. He's been very mindful of that. He's also has his gear. Speed boots is fantastic. Attack is fantastic. Crit rate is fantastic. He's sitting on 100% crit rate. All of this is very good and like normal things. Now, there's a couple things that I think are holding this account back in general. And we've talked about these a lot in a lot of the offer reviews, or not, these aren't offer reviews, these are roster reviews. And that is going to be ascending gear and putting glyphs. So there's 2 places to upgrade the gear. And this is not necessarily one that I would upgrade. I mean, yes, it is a 5-star speed boot, but generally you want to upgrade 6-star speed boots because they're going to have a base speed stat of 45. But what I'm talking about is in general on pieces of gear that you know are good that you're going to use on a character for your clan boss. In addition to taking them to 16, we want to enchant them. And he is sitting on tons, and I mean tons of good pieces of enchant. Don't be afraid to do that. To get through the Demon Lord, these pieces of gear are going to need to be enchanted with glyphs. And, when you're sitting on 59 4-star speed glyphs, that definitely should go on there. It's kind of a must. The character is not going to perform well without the glyphs. It's going to be a large percentage of stats by using these glyphs. So if you've decided that these are in fact going to be the pieces of gear, well, then start putting your glyphs. The next thing is ascending, and ascending is going to be very important. And the ascending is right here. Now, this is going to be materials that come from Sand Devil. And the general strategy on boots, let's just specifically talk about boots, is that there are a couple pieces of boots that are super important to the game. And I noticed in his account that he has 2 of them. He's got one right here on Elva. And this is a good example of what one wants. It's a 45 and 12. This account has 2. I was talking to Kat last night, and I said, how many, 6-star speed boots do you have ascended so that they're 45 and 12? And she went and looked at her account. She had 15. I looked at my account. I had 60. I'm going to say that 90% of your playable characters need to have a boot like this. And the good news is that the boot doesn't need to be mythical, legendary, or epic. You actually can get away with rares, or even worse. It's mostly that it needs to be 6-star, needs to be 16 and fully ascended. Now, the way of getting that is going to be kind of a pain. Now, you're going to come across speed boots quite often, but there's a 1 in 7 chance that the ascension is going to be speed. And then it's going to require re-rolling, and reworking and re-rolling is kind of a hassle because the cost escalates. It starts off at 3, then it goes to 4, it goes to 5. And there's only 2 ways of easily getting the dust. Well, neither of them are easy, frankly. One is going to be live arena. If you go through the live arena on a daily basis and you get to your 5 chests, there's going to be a good chance that you're going to be getting inside of this chest right here, you're going to be getting some dust. It's one of the rewards that comes from there. And I feel like I quite often get the chaos dust. Now, a lot of people don't like live arena. I get that. But the next one is going to be Sand Devil. And I learned something new today. Did not know it today. Is Sand Devil over here. And getting to Sand Devil 25 is just kind of a must. This is probably going to be the single biggest breakthrough on any individual account as far as raw stats in the gear, is being able to do Sand Devil 25, because you're going to get these dusts and a good amount of the gear. Now, the way that most people naturally progress through the game and they're able to get through that is going to be through participating in Chimera and acquiring Embrys fragments. So Embrys, he's got 33 out of 100. Typically, if you're participating and you're getting a double chest and you're using both keys, you're going to get him in about 9 months. It's completely random though. So this account is still probably at least 6 months away from getting Embrys. Another character that can accomplish that is Godseeker. What I did not know is that Cheshire Cat, and this account has Cheshire Cat, and this is a video by Bronco that was put out almost a year ago, is Cheshire Cat can solo Sand Devil. Did not know that. So I've never done that. I was not aware of that. I put a link to this video, but my suggestion to RJ is look into that. He has a underdeveloped Cheshire Cat, and I think that having Cheshire Cat, I think it's at level 50. Cheshire Cat up and running. He doesn't have Cheshire Cat running yet. He has it in this count. I think it's in his, may even be in his vault. Let's take a look. Yeah, but anyways, Cheshire Cat is great, right? Upgrade him, run, don't walk, and see if you can get that to work, right? Cheshire Cat, yeah. This guy's an amazing character for sure. And if you can solo Sand Devil 25, that is just going to launch your account into the stratosphere as far as getting specifically those boots, right? You're going to need those 45 and 12 boots like everywhere. I'm going to say that if you want to thrive in Grim Forest, that's a 40 character game mode. Well, I'm pretty sure that 30 of your characters, maybe more of those 30 of those 40 characters can use that specific type of boot, and that's only going to happen by running Sand Devil. Now, let's go back to Ezio, because there were some other things on Ezio, And the one thing is, and this is a great relic, but I'm just going to put this out there in general. And this is not necessarily an Ezio suggestion. There is a very important epic relic called the Coronet. And I pulled this information off of Hell Hades, but this is going to be the staple damage dealing relic for longer clan boss battles. So I'm finding that out short of mythical, nobody has relics, my go-to epic relic for my damage dealers is going to be the Coronet, which is when it fully ramps up. Basically, the damage ramps up to an extra 30% damage bonus. It's 1% per buff, and then how quickly that ramps up depends on how much you have it leveled up. But this is going to be a staple relic for damage dealers in all three clan boss, whether that is Demon Lord, Hydra, or Chimera. If like use this relic, the only condition on that is that the character has to be placing negative effects, and Ezio absolutely does that. And the Ezio is a somewhat of a unique character in that he does need to have perfect veil. So maybe this is a better relic. The last thing I want to talk about is, in general, inside of Clan Boss, you're going to want to consider using War Master instead of Helm Smasher. And this is going to be a very nuanced conversation. And we're specifically talking about this concept in generalities today. But for one reason or another, because of the way that the clan boss is set up, the damage output just by having War Master is actually crazy. And I would consider or suggest that your 5 characters for going into Demon Lord Clan Boss, I'm going to say there's a 90% chance that all 5 of them should have the War Master as far as this like mastery. Now, I did make a full video about it, so I'm not going to give a complete explanation here today. It's called No One Key Clan Boss. This is why. And it specifically go into a deep dive on this particular conversation in general. And I pulled up the infographics from that video. And there were 2 infographics where I kind of go into that information is when War Master is superior. And this is mostly an early game strategy. Now, I do think that there are some in-game PvP strategies on many characters in certain gear sets where they're going to outperform in Helm Smasher. But in general, for early mid-game counts that are trying to one-key Demon Lord Clan Boss, War Master is going to be superior. And there's a lot of nuance to this conversation, and there's a lot of exceptions. But in general, this is a good suggestion. This specific boss has relatively low defense, making the raw damage from War Master generally better than Helm Smasher, which scales with the enemy's defense value. And then Helm Smasher is going to be superior in PvP content, late in-game content, and champions that have built-in ignore defense. That is when Helm Smasher is going to be superior. So I think if I was looking to one key in this account, I would be going and looking at the masteries on the 5 characters going into Clan Boss, and I would be switching them over to War Master. Once he acquires a Coronet, I would be trying to apply that to the damage dealers, and then ascend gear, go crazy, ascend all the gear, and then glyph the gear. And I think all of that potentially could give such a massive stat increase that's going to push you over the top so that you can one key the clan boss. Best link ever. Click the link in the description. Bye for now. Woof! Also, fuck this game. All right. You can have your account back, sir. Make sense? All right. I have 2 other people in queue. I appreciate all of the interest in this. That's what we've been talking about right there. Thank you, Ceci. All right. That's great. Let me know. Uh, Let me know if you get Cheshire Cat to work. Bronco, his strats are hard to duplicate. Due to his in-game artifacts, in-game gear. That is challenging. Let me send this video off to be edited. All right, let me clean up some of my my Google Drive. I've got too much stuff in here. I need to organize this a little better. Oof. All right, let's see. Rename. Odinson, I just sent you a message. Just respond to that. And then also Linky. Okay. Probably going to do Odinson. Okay, I'm going to do Odinson's next. One moment. Okay. Also, I need to check in on my account real quick. Where's my account? There it is. I just want to make sure that I'm playing. Okay, it did go through. What happened here? Okay. I just need I just want to make sure that my account is moving forward because our dailies just reset. Let's see. Let's do Demon Lord real quick. The middle of a. Oh my God. All right, let's see. Let's set this up on auto somewhere and then we'll load up his account. What are we doing? Let's do a gold key here. Oh yeah, this is a pain in the ass. Just run that in the background. All right, let's load up your. What's going to load up Odinson's account? Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. There we go. You're good. I'm going in. Nope, that doesn't work either. Yeah, that doesn't work. All right, so if anybody, I'm going to queue up. I think the other person did not respond to me. So go ahead and get that sorted out. If you're thinking about an offer review, or a roster review rather, the easiest way to do that is to join my Discord server, and then you're going to be stuck in a holding lobby for 10 minutes. But in the meantime, while you're in that lobby, you can at me at Mobile Gamer, and I will add you as a friend, and then we can connect in Discord. You have to tag me on Discord. All right, I got it. I'm going in. Muscle Papa, let's go. All right, we've logged into Muscle Papa's account. All right, 6.84 million. Let's do the same thing. Let's just see if the promo code he's not entered. A lot of people haven't entered in this promo code PP500 because it only works on Plarium Pay. All right, he's already done. Now, first thing we're going to check is activity levels, because it's kind of interesting to know where you are on activity levels. This is an abysmally low amount of silver, which means he's probably active. Let's take a look. 78. Okay. So this is, yeah, we need to be into gold 5. So 78, where I'm pushing over 200. The count that I just did a roster review right now of was at 180, something like that. So this is a function of activity levels. Now, gold 4 is fine. Gold 5 is better, obviously, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. Also, I want to say that your affinity bonuses and where you put your right here is fantastic. Let's take a look at what is going on with your arena here real quick first. I'm going to hit refresh. And so we got to hit the low-hanging fruit, of course. Okay. Let's see what you're doing here. I'm going to change this stuff around. That's good. Actually, you can leave, believe me, you can leave these on default. Alice. I do it like that for a reason. All right, that's good. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, okay. Me and your papa? Okay. Okay. I don't know this champion. Yeah, I don't know this character. I'm gonna defer to you. Yeah, this should not be going like this. Yeah, this is not. Yeah. Also, something might be wrong with your accuracy on Alice because that didn't work. Let's take a look at that team real quick. .362. All right, let's look at your accuracy on Alice. No, that's fine. That's fantastic, actually. All right, let's look at your Empress. Good. Can you solo Sand Devil with this? I'm guessing you can. Well, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't worry with Godseeker. Okay, so you're already doing it with Godseeker. But you probably can do it with this. I think you might need to be a little bit faster, like 290. But you're probably just fine. Yeah. Weak hit, that's what it was. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't see any issues really with this. Let's see. You should run over this team here just by being faster. Wait a minute, I thought you had Stone Skin on. You don't have Stone Skin on Empress? Goodbye, right? Okay. In general, and some of these suggestions they give you are gear dependent. Lethal, perfect. But if you could get Stone Skin lethal on him and keep similar stats, that's gonna feel good. Oh my god, please use Predator. Put him in 9-piece Mercurial and just use him. Holy moly. Holy moly. Like, please use Predator. Dump him into a 9-piece Mercurial. He doesn't have to be fast. He can be like that fast right there. His numbers actually could be lower. He doesn't need any accuracy. And he just wrecks nerds. Holy moly. He's so bonkers. I would put him in a 9-piece Mercurial. Lightning Cage if you're going to use Stone Skin. If you're going to do Mercurial, I would look into Life Harvest. Because what happens is that he can just outlast the other team. And this makes reviving a non-event. Like, they revive, he's just like, get fucked. They revive, get fucked. And I think you're going to need that because I think you're going to have a harder time against revive teams because you're not playing Fabian. I'm guessing you don't have Fabian. No, you're running Arbiter. You're running Alice, which is fine. Yeah. No, you're good. Temporal Chains is great. That's a great option there. Let's see what you're doing with your Intimidating Presence. Okay. So you got Intimidating Presence on Arbiter. Other thing, too, I just want to say this real quick before I move on. Because I think this is mostly just activity levels. I think you just got to play more, which is fine. Mercurial kind of makes the thing. There is a risk of taking Alice to 6 stars and leaving her inside of Temporal Chains. And that has to do with Marius. Because it changes from decrease enemy speed by 5% for each active buff to instantly decreases the turn meters of all enemies by 15% whenever an enemy receives a third active buff, which sounds in theory amazing, and it is amazing, except against Marius. Marius will ruin your day if you have a 6-star Temporal Chains. Yeah, so Alice in that blessing is perfectly fine. The other thing I would consider is there's something if you can. Oh, do you have a 5-piece? Oh, you're fine. This is great. I'm surprised you can't get a. Let's see here. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, you don't have any supersonic accessories for Sacred Order. Hmm. Okay. Well, it is what it is. That's great. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you're fucked like me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on. I actually think you're fine there. Let's move on. I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything super obvious, fundamentally wrong. No, you're good there. All right, so let's see if you're hoarding millions of relics for no reason. No, you are not. Okay, let's take a look at Hydra real quick. You are, I just got to check your name before I go in there. Muscle Papa. Let's go. Muscle Papa. Your name is Lions 10th Legion. And there you go, right there, right? So you're not. Are you getting to the 1.2 billion? Will you be able to get to the 1.2 billion? Is your papa's a bodybuilder? Okay. All right. So this is what you got to do. So the problem with Hydra is it's 18 characters. Get fucked, right? Yeah. Wow, look at all these subs right here. Look at all these subs. Shh, 9day51 coming through with the prime. Thank you. Did you know that Amazon owns Twitch? And if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and get one free Twitch Prime sub a month to give to your favorite titty streamer. Not me. All right, give it to somebody. Young Bull also coming through a Prime for the very first time. Thank you. So you need a third team is what you need, right? All right, let's see if I can bang. Let's see if I can give you a third team. Brutal Nightmare. I'll give you a quick suggestion with this. How does that sound? Brutal Nightmare. So you're brutal. Nah, so you need a hard suggestion. Yeah, I'll just throw one up at you. So, people have asking me about Gestalt. I love Gestalt. In fact, H2 was in chat here. Unfortunately, I'm one of those stupid people that I have a hard time switching over to anything. I'm sure Gestalt's better. I have no idea. I can't figure it out. Let's go in here. And we're going to look at Chimera. What week are we in Chimera? Chimera 1, it doesn't matter. Hydra 1, it doesn't matter. We're going to go into hard. And we're going to hit find team. But we're going to exclude the teams that you've already used. Exclude. This doesn't really excite me, my guy. This doesn't really excite me. This is not going to push you over the edge, is it? It's just not, right? Wait a minute. But you're already using, no, no, no. All right, I don't have a suggestion for you. Sorry, my guy. You're going to have to, for you to go to the next, to get to that. Okay, so let me explain what we're talking about here. I skipped over an important part of this conversation. So every week there's Clash Points, and Clash Points is going to be, there's some sort of multiplier. I don't fucking know. But the thing is you want to get to 1.2 billion every single week. If you're doing 600 million, 700 million, 1.1 billion, 1.19 billion, you are getting half the rewards that you're getting if you can do over 1.2 billion. So getting to 1.2 billion is going to provide you with more relics, specifically protection and stone skin relics. There's some other stuff too, but that's the main reason, is going to be relics for stone skin. So getting to 1.2 billion is kind of like you beat Hydra. When you could get to 1.2, then it becomes more vanity, getting more damage. So how are you going to do that? Well, you don't have the champions. So this is going to be more of a conversation about where do you spend your tokens, right? What's your next token that you have planned? Oh, Coriander. Oh, Coriander, how you doing, my guy? Thank you. You wanted to go for Shayak. Okay, do you have Packmaster? That's what I was going to ask. Do you have Packmaster, though? No, you don't have Packmaster. Oh, you do. There you do. There you do. Okay, so you got to do Shayak. Okay. Yep. Okay. Get Shayak in. Shayak. So that is a super, super easy way of, quote unquote, air quotes, beating Hydra, getting the 1.2 billion every single week. And then it becomes like Wednesday morning, you hit sim, collect your shit, and you're done. And it becomes a 5 second, a 30, like a 1 minute process. It'll actually take about the same amount of time to collect the rewards as it will be to play it. Yeah. Oh, you've been pondering Fabian. Ah! Ah! All right. Well, all right. Onich, I'm adding you as a friend. Cheesecake, I'm adding you as a friend. So right now we have 2 people in queue after this review here. So we'll see how it goes. But we have 2 people in queue currently. And then we'll take it from there. I don't know if I'm going to do any more tonight. Oh, Dark Fae. Okay. There's your Dark Fae solution right there, Deacon Armstrong. Yeah, how's it going, H2? All right, so this is how you beat Dark Fae. Build a team where Deacon Armstrong, you have more than one. Build a team where Deacon Armstrong's your fastest character. 300 speed Deacon is fine. And then you want 4 squishy damage dealers. But Mr. Deacon Armstrong is going to be the key to... Deacon Armstrong is going to be key to... that's going to be the easy... Deacon Armstrong is going to be the key way to do it. Because you're going to go first right? You're going to go first. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. You're going to kill the other team. Then you need turn meter reduction to keep it going. You could use another character that does really good in Dark Fae would be Loki. Loki could work. This right here, reducing the turn meter. Yeah, Loki is going to be turn meter reduction. Okay, so we could do a Dark Fae video. Let's do a Dark Fae video. Because that's a good conversation, right? Hey, guess what? I have an infographic for that. Who would have thought? I have an infographic about it. All right. Team composition rules. Go Glass Canyon, bring squishy nukers with high damage, low defense AoE. Avoid tanky champions like Ultimate Death. You won't get removed. So, avoid revivers and healers, and then turn meter is king. You need champions who can reduce the boss turn meter, Loki, Deacon, or boost yours so she never gets a turn. So, it's probably a combination of Loki plus Deacon and 3 squishy damage dealers. Got it? Tagore. Double Deacon team? Maybe, yeah. You need to have some damage dealers. You need to be able to wipe your team. You know, the mirror of your team. You need to be able to wipe your team. You need to go first. So the way that it, okay, yeah. Yeah, you could do a double Deacon team. All right, we'll put this in the video. Yeah, you don't need a lure. You have 2 Deacons. You don't need a lure. It's a good one. Okay. Okay, so we can talk about, we've talked about Hydra. Get that guy out of my face. $12 Deacons? Yeah. I think he's the best or the second best. He's certainly an important epic champion. Geomancer's probably the best. Was he a part of my link? Oh yeah, they don't let us do Deacon anymore. Yeah, but was he a part of the code? They don't let, the only way that they'll let us do Deacon, I think, is if I take out a legendary. Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't let us do Deacon anymore. We're still doing them, yeah. We'll see how it goes. See how many more I can do. I have a threshold where my brain explodes. We're already at the 2-hour mark, so. Khmer is amazing. I wouldn't worry about that. Coriander. If this is your first fusion, because we've talked a lot about this, I think Khmer is a excellent first fusion character who's worth it and will help your account, because I know your account. Do not feel bad about that. There's a learning curve to fusions, and getting a fusion under your belt so you know what's involved and what a pain in the ass they are or not, depending on how you view them. So when the next one rolls around and you say, fuck that, I don't need that, then you don't do it. You're just like, I can't do it. I don't have time to do it. I don't like the character. Or it's like, oh, I really like that character. I got to figure out how to make this work. I think doing it, Matt, I think getting the one done, don't worry about the next one. You got this one done. Yeah. Oh, you got to start doing fusions, man. All right. Yeah, you're going to have some self-control. You have to do them, man. Fusions are one of the best ways to get solid characters with 5 reds. You don't have to do all of them, but if you want to get these tokens and you want to pick up Fabian or Packmaster, yeah, this was probably one of the better fusions to do, because I think it was actually relatively straightforward in my opinion. In fact, I haven't finished mine. Let's go look at my account for a second. Wait. Is this it? Yay! All right, so yeah, that's the fusion. I finished the fusion right there. Woohoo! Look at that. I'm not going to open them right now. Well, maybe later. Fusion done. Yeah. All right, so we did that. Okay, let's get out of there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, you got this. We're going to start the video off with that. It's roster review time. We're going to have a fun one today because we're mostly going to be talking about Dark Fae, which in my opinion is the single most important reason on why you should do Doom Tower. In fact, Doom Tower is pretty good for getting resources, but as far as gear goes, Lethal is of absolute vital importance. Now, if you've not done so already, this is the best promo code link ever. Tagore is one of the best supports paired up with King Galkabar and Pelops. Plus, you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the Pioneer Pass for Thor. If you're a spender, spend the $40. Pretty good deal. All right, Muscle Papa, 6.84 million account. First thing that I did and looked at was his activity levels. Now, normally, I think he should have 150. I have over 200. He says that Mercurial is kind of bothering him. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Mercurial's pain. He doesn't have Fabian. He's using Alice. But really, I was taking a look at his account, his roster. This is mostly about activity levels. I mean, there is a way of approaching Classic Arena in just logging in real quick, hitting refresh, and just going in and just taking your low-hanging fruit, although this guy can be a pain. He is also running Alice. And I just wanted to go over this real quick. You know, he's got intimidating presence. That's great. You don't have to have intimidating presence on the leader, you know, but if you want, one member of the team should have it. Temporal change, which is on Alice, and we'll talk about what that means. I want to say that I really like what he's doing here. Alice right here, he's got in a 4-piece supersonic. He doesn't have the accessories for that, which is going to be Curse City. I wanted to bring to one's attention Temporal Change, which I think is one of the more important arena abilities, where it decreases each enemy's speed for each active buff they are under, except for the buff placed at the start of the round. So this is amazing. Decrease enemy speed for 5% for each active buff, up to 15%. I think if you want to have a speed-based team in Arena, you want to have Temporal Chains on one of your characters. There is one caveat. This ability changes when going from a 5 to a 6, where it actually gets better but worse at the same time. Better on paper instantly decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 15% whenever an enemy receives a third active buff. That is fantastic, but I would suggest that Temporal Change at a 5 is a go, but Temporal Change at a 6 is a no-go, and do not do it. And the reason for that is that of Marius. And Marius is everywhere. And I mean, endgame players, and Marius is super important right now because of Mercurial. People are going to come across Marius constantly. And one of the annoying things, or good things, depending on how you look about Marius, is first of all, he's immune to turn meter, which happens on that 6-star. But more importantly, whenever enemy changes form, like if they go from base form to other form, alternate form in mythical, or attempts to decrease the champion's turn meter, counterattacks, giving you feeble. With that blessing, a 6-star Temporal Chains, Marius is just going to rain swords on you, or whatever they are, javelins. What are they, javelins? And you're going to die. It's not going to be a good time. So don't use a 6-star, just a 5-star. It's going to be fantastic. So there's a couple places where this account is really going to thrive. And one of them is going to be in Hydra. And I went into Hydra, and I want to explain how this works because this is kind of important. So there's this clash points over here. And the magic number to beating Hydra is to be able to get to 1.2 billion in a week. And that's going to be a combination of a multiplier of how one does in all 3 battles, right? So it's going to take a score. And I don't remember where he is, but he can't get to the 1.2. And let me put it to you this way. It takes him 2 weeks to get all the chests. So for 1 week, he gets 3 of them. The next week, he gets 1 of them. And the idea is that if you are getting 600 million, it takes 2 weeks. It also takes 2 weeks if you're getting 1.99999 million. If you can get to 1.2 billion, I said 1.999 million, but 1.999 billion. But getting to 1.2 billion means that you get twice as much of these rewards, which is mostly of importance. And there's lots of stuff in there, but mostly the importance is going to be the accessories for protection and stone skin. And stone skin is going to be super important in Arena. I was looking at his Arena champions, and like he wasn't running stone skin on Empress. Well, that's probably because he's not getting the 1.2 billion in Hydra. Now, here's the bad news. I went through his roster, and he really doesn't have the champions. And he's going to be presented a difficult decision on what to do with these fusion tokens. And first of all, that is the problem right here. No fusion tokens. He is not doing fusions. Don't not do fusions! Holy moly. Fusions are one of the most important things in Raid Shadow Legends. It's going to give you amazing access to amazing characters at 5 red. If you are One King, Ultra Nightmare, Clan Boss, Hoard the shit out of your orbs. Hoard the shit out of your shards and start doing fusions. Oh my God. You got to do fusions. And with the token system, you can get Fabian. With the token system, you can get the pair. He's got Throat Ripper, but he does not have Packmaster. It's you just got to do it. Essentially, it's those are the top tier, absolute top tier of the fusion token system, which requires doing 3 fusions, 1, 2, 3. So you get 3 tokens and then doing a 4th. So it takes 4 tokens. Yeah, you can basically be swapping in 2 tokens a year. So for me, I did my first one. I swapped out and I got Newt. And now, because of the changes in Mercure and Provoke, I'm thinking about getting Hilvy's partner. What's Hilvy's husband's name? Tormund? Yeah, I don't know. I just okay, I might do that. Anyways, you got to do fusions. And whether or not he should get Fabian or Shayak is largely dependent on whether or not he can get to that 1.2 billion. If he can get, so that's four fusions away, let's say, which is a long time away, right? If you can get to the 1.2 billion, they get Fabian, who's crazy right now. But if you can't get to the 1.2, it's definitely important to get to the 1.2 billion. Hydra, I ran through his account and doesn't have the gear. Okay, or doesn't have the characters to make that work. Now, let's talk about Dark Fae. And that's what really the video was supposed to be about in its entirety, is Doom Tower. There's 3 total rotations, and the one that matters, and some people would say it's the only one that matters. I don't know if that's true or not. But Dark Fae is going to be the one that matters. And the reason why Dark Fae matters is because this is where one gets lethal gear. And lethal gear is the best damage dealing gear. Well, I don't know if it's the best. I'd say Merciless is probably the best. But anyways, it's very good. Let's just talk about it. And the reason why it's very good is that it's a direct upgrade over Savage, right? 4-piece set gives crit rate 10% and ignores 25% of enemy defense. Now, the reason why Lethal gets used so much is because it's a 4-piece set and it can be paired up with a 4-piece stone skin. So quite often in Arena with the Lightning Cage Blessing, people are using 4-piece Lethal with 4-piece stone skin. It's kind of like the standard issue, put this on Empress damage suggested, because it's directly better than Savage. Savage is just ignore 25% of the enemy defense, which is very powerful. It's ignoring enemy defense is where you get to do serious damage, specifically in PvP. But getting that extra crit rate is great. And where you're going to get that is in the Dark Fae. And then the Dark Fae Doom Tower is running right now. Like I said, there's 3 rotations. It just started yesterday. And this is what's going to be up here. And as you go up the tower, there's going to be several spots, but you want to start off in hard. You want to climb all the way to the top, and then 120 is going to be Dark Fae. And he said, well, how do I build a team for Doom Tower and Dark Fae so I could auto it? And I went into his roster, and I immediately found several key champions that are going to make that happen. And let's just go over 2 of them, and then we'll talk about what works. And I noticed immediately that he had Deacon Armstrong. In fact, not only did he have Deacon Armstrong, I believe he's got 2 of them. Yeah, look, he's got 2 Deacon Armstrong. And so my thought to him is like, all you got to do is take in Deacon Armstrong and some other turn meter reduction champions and 3 squishy damage dealers, and you're good to go. So the way that Dark Fae works is you go into the battle, and it's not live right now, so I can't show it. You go into the battle, and what happens is she comes into the battle and she's under stealth or perfect veil. And then there's a clone of your team. And what happens then is the computer awards you the tiebreaker. So you get to go first. And you want a champion like Deacon on your team to go very first. Now, this one, he has no gear on it. This is his ungeared one. His other one has the gear and it's at about 300 speed. So the main thing is to go in with like Deacon Armstrong and have him be your fastest champion. That way you win the turn meter thing, right? You get to go first. You always win. And the thing is you go first, and then immediately what Deacon does is he reduces the turn meter in the other teams. This is going to allow the rest of your team to delete your team. And then you can control the turn meter on Dark Fae, because Dark Fae can be controlled by turn meter. And so another champion in his roster that could work with that would be Loki. Loki has on his A3 the ability of removing turn meter. So that's how you're going to beat Dark Fae. So this is an infographic that I put together several months ago. We're just going to go over it because this is how to beat Dark Fae in general. Team composition rules. Go Glass Canyon. Bring in squishy nukers with high damage but low defense and HP. So what he could do on his account is he can go in with Deacon or 2 Deacons or Deacon and Loki. And probably Deacon and Loki is what I would do. Deacon and Loki, and then 3 Glass Cannon nukers. So Glass Cannon nukers would be like not Sun Wukong, because you don't want to revive. I could go look at his account. I think he's got a bunch. Well, yeah, right here. Let's take a look. Alice, Ezio. Those would be great choices. I don't know if I would do Predator. Maybe he does. I mean, for sure, those 2. Maybe you could get away with Empress. Yeah, you could get away with Empress. But squishy damage dealers. Avoid tanky champions like Ultimate Death Knight, or you won't kill their clones quickly enough. You want to just delete the other side. And because you've got the turn meter advantage, because you went first and your Deacon went first and lowered their turn meter, you get to explode them right away. And then it's just about controlling the Dark Fae by reducing her turn meter with Deacon and, let's say, Loki. Avoid revivers and healers. And then this is the main point. Like, a turn meter is king. You need champions who could reduce the turn meter on the boss or boost yours so that she never gets a turn. And a lot of people talk about Allure. And if you have Allure, she's like a perfect champion for this as well. Allure is a demon lord, a demon spawn rather, and she is an epic champion. And she's kind of known as being like the turn meter reduction queen. Right here, attack 3 times a round, decrease the target's turn meter by 25% on each critical hit. So yeah, you just load her up with 100% crit chance, and then you just A1 Dark Fae, knock down the turn meter, knock down the turn meter, knock down the turn meter, and you win. And this is where you're going to get the super important, and I'm going to say that probably go-to equipment, right? Like if I was going to equip, the way that I've got my Empress equipped on my account is 4-piece Stone Skin, 4-piece light lethal. And you'll see suggestions, use 4-piece Stone Skin and 4-piece lethal or Savage. Lethal is going to be superior. Savage, you can actually farm, I believe, in Fire Knight, but it won't have this crit rate. So, Dark Fae, super important. Got to do Dark Fae. This account right here, absolutely 1000%. You just gotta save your shards and do fusions. And the idea here is these right here need to be perceived as a currency. And we're not trying to use them to get goodies out of it. We're trying to use them to get something guaranteed in an event to get a fusion character. And if one gets something, a good character out of one of these shards, cool. It's a bonus. But we're converting and using these shards as a currency to complete fusions. And I would say you just got to save them. You got to save them, only open them, require self-control. You just got to save them and only open them in a tournament, which is moving one towards getting the fusion. All right, if you haven't done so already, click the link in the description. You're going to get King Galkabar, Tagor's amazing, and then Pelops right here. Also, there's a new Pioneer Pass that turns on at level 5. If you're a spender and you get Thor, it's worth the $40. If you want to get Thor, you could just keep opening accounts until you get Thor. Otherwise, if you're not going to spend, I would be pretty happy if I got the Lemonisi. She's a silver watcher, and with the silver watcher that they're on the free track, there's some accessories that'll help out King Galkabar. Okay, bye for now. Fergo, they might sell them to you, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope it was. I'm out of your account. Okay, let's see. Let's go look at my account real quick. I'm just kind of loosely playing mine right now in the background. Advanced. What do we want to do? Demon Lord, Faction Wars, Tag War, Faction Bars, Crafter Relic at the Forge. Okay. Okay. That's a pretty good staple. Let's see. What do we got? Distorted, Sand Devil. All right, we need to do Sand Devil. Let's do this real quick. I'll just load these up in the background. Yeah, let's see. These are what do we want to do here? I don't even know, man. I just load up damage dealers at this point and just see how it goes. All right, let me send over that to be edited, and then we'll look at, I'll do one more. All right, here is another. Ooh, let's see. Share, copy link. All right. All right. Let's see. I've got a couple people in queue. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to all of them tonight. It's kind of first come, first serve. Let's see what we got. All right. I'm sending a message to one gentleman and to another one. Please respond to. Okay, we're gonna do Linky Boy because Linky Boy was here from earlier. Okay, I saw that you got back to me very quickly, Cheesecake. Linky Boy was here earlier and stepped away, but now he's back. Okay, well, maybe we'll do both. We'll see how it goes. I think we might be able to do two. What time is it? Yeah. Let's see what time it is. Okay, let's load up Linky Boy. I think I'm saying your name, Eli. Okay, I hope I'm getting your name right. Let's see. Let's go to the Plarium app and load this up. In the meantime, let's do this and just have a battle running in the background. Draw champions. All right, we'll just let Marius delete everybody, right? I don't even need anybody else on this one. Okay. All right, I gotta make room on my Plarium thing. I gotta delete some of these other people that I've done, remove their information from my Plarium thing. All right, Linky Boy says I'm a noob. That's great. We're all here just trying to learn, so am I, in some ways. Feel like I learn something new every day in Raid Shadow Legends. For example, today I learned that you can solo Sand Devil with Cheshire. Going in. We're going in. Okay. No, we're not. I'm sending you a message right now. Kindly send that back. All right. Let's keep going on this. Level 7, defense speed I like. Rare, speed and accuracy. Let's go. Okay, thank you. You're fast, my guy. No, that didn't work. Oh, wait. It did. I can't type. I'm going in. F2, free to play. Okay. There's a saying in Raid Shadow Legends, how does one know if a player is free to play? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. It's okay. This is my account here. Let's see. Let's load up Sand Devil. Oh, you're not wasting me. No. Actually, I think the free-to-play low-level accounts are the best to make reviews because a lot of times people are thriving and doing very well in them, and it shows other people what can be possible, or sometimes there's just some really simple things to be tweaked. And let's see. You're not wasting my time. The only time I feel my time is wasted is when someone buys an account and they don't know what they're doing and they don't want to play it. Kind of a pet peeve of mine. I haven't seen it in a long time, but sometimes it happens where people show up with an account that they bought and then they're not playing it and they don't know what to do with it. And it's a little bit frustrating to do a review on that type of an account. But Lanky Boy is level 56, 1.24 million. Let's see how long you've been playing the game, sir. You started the game this year, 2026. Fantastic. So that means you've been playing the game for 90 days. 90 days. Welcome to Raid. I think you've got more than one account, though. All right. Well, there you go. Control V. Now let's take a look at what you're doing in Arena first. I think Arena, Arbiter, Clan Boss is kind of what I'm going to start with. First of all, we got to look at activity levels. Holy shit! This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is a 102-day-old account in Gold 5. You can do it too. Everybody can be in Gold 5. I'm serious. Everybody can be in Gold 5. Everybody can be in Gold 5. It just, you can. Everybody can. Or he's a gold, Gold 5. See, this is what I want to talk about. It's just a grind, yeah. The thing about it too, well, not everybody can do it. You can do it if you want to. I mean, a lot of it is just logging in and hitting refresh list and looking for a cheesy team to beat up. I don't see any here right now. I actually don't know what you're playing. That's not the point. You clearly have got this down. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, oh yeah, look at this. Ezio. Okay. Well, that's why, right? How'd you get this guy? That's why. Maybe not. I take that back. If you have the Techaton, you can get in Gold 5 no matter what. I don't know. This guy's fucking insane. Oh, good luck, man. Congratulations, my guy. Congratulations. I hate this guy. You know what? Fuck you and your Void Pull. Fuck your Techaton. You're trash. Oh my god, this guy is so ridiculous. Oh my god, he's so annoying. Did you see where I played up against Vampire, who's like the number 1, number 2, and his Techaton soloed my best 4 champions. Like, not even a problem. Just deleted them. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So this, yeah, what I said earlier about everybody can get to gold 5. Well, yeah, part of it is this guy. He's ridiculous. Anyways, you don't need any help with this. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to something else. Okay, let's see where you're doing in your... all right, so you are not quite there with Alice. You are working on Alice. Ascend to Spirit Champion to level 6 of Ascension. Oh, that's an annoying one. Who are you going to do? Who do you picked out for that? This be most likely. Okay. All right. Generally, the roadblock on Arbiter is going to be down here, but you're already on your way. It's going to be Ascend to level 10. Right here, upgrade Infinity bonus to level 10. You got to win 200 Classic Arena battles right there, which I think is 800, right? If you're in Gold 4 or Gold 5, you're going to get 800 of the gold things, which this requires 1,000. So you're really not, like even if you were there today, you would have to do the 200 battles, which would give you 800 more, and that would give you more than enough to upgrade that, which costs 1,000. Generally, that's most people's roadblock, but you have that cheater Tekaton, whatever you say his name is, and you're actively playing Arena quite diligently, frankly. 163, this is good. This is good. Okay, let's take a look at your clan boss. Okay. Not familiar with this guy. The other 4 I know very well. I don't... All right, let me put it to you this way. Who is the weakest damage of these 4? I'm not interested. No, okay. Pelops. Okay, I would not replace Tagore. I would replace Pelops. And I would put in a different support. I would consider Deacon Armstrong. I would consider Khmer. I think you need to move away from a damage dealer. Does it make sense? I really think you need to move to 2 supports, 3 damage dealers. At least try it. Does it make sense? Try it. I think 4 damage dealers can be problematic. And I don't know what combo is going to work. You're going to have to play with it. Let's take a look at each individual champion, though. Good. 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 Okay. Amazing. Let's look at your relics. Coronet, yay! Okay. Okay. If you begin another one of these, you're going to want to make advantage. Let's see if you have another one. I would consider swapping in Deacon possibly into one of them. Play with it. Okay, I would just try it. I think you're going to have better success in a ratio of 3-2 rather than 4-1. But let's back up a little bit. This is perfect, right? Coronet You could put Coronet on any one of your damage dealers. I actually think I run Coronet still today on my Tholen. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I think I run I on my Tholen, which I run in Hydra. I run Tholen with Coronet. I'm 90% sure I still do. Yeah. Yeah, I run Tholen with Coronet. The reason why that's cool is you can build Tholen with no accuracy. He happens to have 220 accidentally. But I got to assure you, I'm not trying to get accuracy on him. His basic will apply. Weakened with no consideration for accuracy on bosses because they can't resist it. So it's fantastic. 50% chance of placing weakened debuff for 2 turns. If the target is a boss, effect cannot be resisted. So the Coronet is just going to ramp up because of that. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, you could put Coronet on. What I'm trying to make is you could put Coronet on Tholen if you want to. You can keep it on Ezio. You can. This is good. This is really good. Okay. It's really good. So my suggestion so far is to consider squeezing some other support into your Demon Lord team. You might have to play with it. I don't know which character that is. My gut instinct is it's Deacon Armstrong. I think you could put Deacon Armstrong and pull out Pelops or one of the other 4. You have 4, right? Pull out one of them. I don't know which one. Deacon's gonna put Leech. He's gonna do turn meter stuff. He's gonna do Leech. He's a speed lead, and he can put defense down. I don't know. And then also you said you're gonna get the fusion, right? Did you already unlock the fusion? Congratulations for finishing. Yeah. Other thing too is you've been playing the 90 days and you got the fusion. Wow. Wow. Right? Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. That's about as quickly as someone can do it. 90 days? You've been playing the game for a little more than 90 days and you got the fusion? Yeah, this gentleman is in Gold 5, completed a fusion on his way to One King Clan Boss. I want to give you some helpful information, helpful suggestions. Let's say I'm just going to dig a little bit. Yeah, you're in a holding pattern until you can do better in Sand Devil. Yeah, this is what's going to hold you back from Sand Devil. Yeah, because you're probably doing well in all the dungeons, but not here. Yeah, this is just hard. This is actually, yeah, you're not even bothering. I get it. Yeah. You could be doing higher in this for sure. Pelops is actually pretty good in Fire Knight, strangely. All right, you're in hard 6. That's where you're going to get your speed gear. Spider's relatively easy. All right. If you're gonna, okay, so because Sand Devil's a pain in the ass for you, I'm gonna suggest that you focus your ascension on your boots. I would get comfortable spending these for real. Use them wisely. Equip when you run into a wall and you can't get through a certain threshold and you're close to getting through something important, like let's say you're hitting 68, 90 million on Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and you need to get a couple million more, this is when you're going to start using your glyphs. Does that make sense? You're going to use your glyphs to push yourself over the edge into whatever you're trying to do. But you got to, there's no reason to not use them. You're going to start thinking about moving as far as possible inside of Faction Wars. Faction Wars is going to be a function of moving. Oh, this is great, by the way. Moving gear around, frankly. It's kind of a pain. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a time to not. There's definitely ways of wasting it. I get it, but I'm gonna say to you that if you're on the edge of finishing a key part of content that allows you to get better rewards, specifically on a daily basis, specifically what we're talking, what comes to mind is gonna be Clan Boss, right? I would not. I would use them. I absolutely would use them. How many keys are you doing Ultra Nightmare right now? You're two keying is what it is? Or is that three keys? Two key. So you're getting about 50 million. You're about 20 million away. Yeah, I don't. I got to tell you I don't think that there is much more you can do to accelerate the progress of your account outside of spending ungodly amounts of money, which I'm not suggesting. I think you are at a place where you just have to continue to build up your gear, continue to move up in faction wars, to continue to progress specifically in Sand Devil. You're going to work on Hydra, which is going to be require 18 characters. You're going to be going through Grim Forest, normal. I mean, you just got to play the game. I don't really know what to tell you. I don't think there's much more. You already are doing it correctly. There's not any glaring deficiencies in what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of different ways of playing Raid Shadow Legends, and this is an exceptional account. You are in the top 5%, top 1%, easy as far as I'm concerned. This is amazing. Understood? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is great. Yeah, you're just gonna have to hang out and enjoy the game and push it as much as you can. I don't have any. This will fix your account doesn't look like that. Your account's fine. Yeah, you're on the right track. All right. Do I have time to? Let me go see if I have time to do one more. I'm out of your account. I'll be right back. I don't know that I have enough time to do one more. Let me see. Hi. Okay. Well, that was for. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to everyone. 1000% ownage and or cheesecake. I'm so sorry that I missed you. But we'll have to do it again another time. Unfortunately, my time is here. My cat says, get off the stream and come play with me and hang out. Huh. What do you think, little guy? Yeah. Thank you for being here. I had a blast. This has been a great stream. Yeah, this is a great stream. Okay. Bye for now.